Sup, this is the third part of my Calamity Summoner adventure, which is gonna be about the most exciting part of whole Calamity mod, the post-moonlord stage. I hope it actually gets harder this time. As you already might know, what I want from you is to press the like button and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. I believe in you. Okay, it's time to stop talking and get down to the business. Enjoy this video.
Joe Biden.
Okay, as you may remember, in the last episode I forgot to do a couple of things. For example, look at my Hall of Fame. It is missing some relics, but I'll delay it again, because the main task now is crafting. A lot of crafting, as you can see. But first, I flew to the planet Oens to mine some exodium, and I tried to mine it with Pixel. Then I crafted a better pickaxe and succeeded to mine some exodium, and now it's crafting time. I upgraded my alchemist charm to the last 4th tier, then got a must-have normality relocator, then the abyssal diving suit, celestial tracers, flowers of mortality, elemental X, stardust armor, then I went to the jungle to farm Plaguebringer Goliath, because I needed a fuel cell bundle. I totally forgot that I could buy hair bags from the operator NPC, and when I got it, I made a tactical plague engine. Then I wanted to make the superb crafting pound, which was a crafting station which combined all the hard mode crafting stations. But I needed the Afterhammer in order to craft it, and I didn't give up on it, and actually started making the surface mushroom biome and a housing in this biome. And as Truffle NPC is there, I immediately bought the Autohammer from him. Then I made a superb crafting pound, and my next crafting goal was a special crafting point, which contained all the special crafting stations. Kinda obviously, isn't it? And when I had all of these, I made the materia transmutator, which was almost the final crafting station. And now it's the relics compensation time. First I killed the brimstone elemental. Sorry, I melted it. The next victim of my ruthless killing spree was the Ravager, and that was easy as well. Next, Duke Fishon. Easy. What did you expect from the post-moonlord? And now my Hall of Fame looks much better. And since I have nothing to prepare anymore, it's time for the first boss in this stage, the Dragon Folly. You may remember what he did to me in the last episode, and now watch my revenge on this fake dragon boy. He didn't stand any chance to me in my post-moonlord gear. Pathetic. With my leftover buffs, I decided to try Profane Gardens, and that didn't go well, but on the second try, once I defeated them, I used the Profaned core that I just got from them, and I think I was overconfident when I did this, because this didn't go well. But again, on the second try, I still died, and here the third try. so I managed to do it. From Providence, besides the bag, I got the Elysian Wings and Rune of Coals. From the bag, I got the Dazzling Stabber stuff. It summoned the Holy Blades that was straight up shredding everything that existed, so that's a nice thing for me. And now it's crafting time again. But before crafting I went to mine some Welly Bloom ore that spawned right after beating the Providence. And also I got some Havoc Plate and the Wall of Flesh jump scare. And then a Queen Bee jump scare. Why is everything trying to scare me? Is it like post-moonlord feature or something? And the Hive Mind jump scare, come on. Anyways, I got the Welly Bloom ore and teleported back to home. And this is all that matters. And now it's crafting time, for real. I made the Elderberry and instantly ate it, the Blossom Pickaxe, Righteous Dawn Whip, Terragon Armor and Profane Soul Artifacts. And I got scared of this sound when I equipped it, yeah again. Then I opened the Ravager bag and got some Bloodstone, but I wasn't really interested in it. Then I went to the Underworld to make an arena here, for the Providence and Cygnus. But you might say, hey, didn't you just kill Providence? Well, yes I did, but I did in the Hallowed biome, and I got Elysian Wings, and you can do it in the Underworld to get the Elysian Aegis. And it's actually worth to get it, because this dash is huge. And then I noticed something. Are the Alchemist and Brewer having another baby? Yeah, for some reason all my modded NPCs have just doubled. I don't know why did this happen. Then I reforged all my stuff and went to kill the Underworld bosses. I have successfully taken down Providence, and at the end things kinda got out of control, but I still managed to do it. And now Cygnus time. After beating him to death, I still had most of buffs, so I went to space and used Rune of Coals here. And it wasn't actually no hit, because I have taken hit one time at the start of fight, so that's almost no hit. And also from the Cygnus I got the summoning stuff, but I didn't really use it. So 2 sentinels down, 1 more to go. Then I went to the dungeon, more specifically in the Forsaken archive, and started building an arena here. And when I finished, I was forcibly sent to home. And when I came back here to place the buff stations, by this time my minions have killed 30 phantom spirits, and then polterghast spawned. And I have slain him without any buffs, and right after this I used the Rune of Coals. And as you can see, the summoner remains unbalanced. And then I opened their bags, but they didn't contain anything useful. But I wanted a Herald Subjugator from the Polterghast. And then I went to the Operator NPC, and after one bag, I ran out of money. And I said screw it, I don't need it anyway. And then it was time for another crafting session. I wanted to make the Blood Flare armor, but I didn't have enough blood orbs. So I started Blood Moon and went fishing. After I got plenty of them, I made a brand new Blood Flare armor, the Unrelenting Torment Whip, and it had kinda low range.
Ooh, that's kinda small.
Then I made a Warlock's Moon Fist and Sirius. Verlox Moon Fist looked cool, but it wasn't practical to use. But the Sirius Star did some impressive damage. Then I went to the Abyss, because the Abyss mini-bosses drop some nice stuff now. But the only useful thing I got here was the Reaper Shark Teeth. Then I made the Reaper Shark Tooth necklace. Then I noticed this summon weapon, which was called King of Constellations. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I had everything to craft it, except the Dark Shard. So I grabbed some spawn rate increase potions and went to hunt dark mummies. Then I went to home and accidentally sold one. Facepalm. Okay, whatever, I got another one and crafted this book. And the dragon salmons looked cool. Then I went to the Sulphurous Sea and completed the Tier 3 Ace Drain. And it injured the old Joe Biden Duke. And I have kicked him off with ease, and didn't get anything useful from the bag, because I didn't actually need anything from it. Okay, now we have officially reached the part that I was terrified about the most. And the first obstacle on our path is the Devourer of Gods, a worm with a huge amount of HP that almost insta-kills when you touch his head segment. And he actually has a special ability. He is not only devouring the gods, but he also was devouring my FPS. And I mean, I can use it in my advantage. But I still tried my best to raise the number of FPS, at least for a bit. And after some tests, I have succeeded to do this. I mean, I still had some slowdowns during the fights, but that wasn't even comparable to what I had before. So I did some attempts without potions to remember his attack patterns, and then I grabbed my potions, and this happened. Now watch the raw sped up fight. And yeah, I know it was a bit unfair, but I literally couldn't do anything to it. Except to buy a new PC, of course. But obviously we don't consider this, cause that's not worth it. Anyways, I have placed the relic in my Hall of Fame, opened the Devourer of Gods bag, and besides Cosmilite bars, I got a staff of Mechworm, which summoned Devourer of Gods baby to fight for me. And what do people do after defeating Devourer of Gods? Yeah, it's crafting. Event farming time. The first event I had to farm is the Frost Moon, and things like this usually get skipped, and so will this. And if you're wondering why don't I pick up endothermic energy, well, because my plan is to use the Ceaseless Hunger potion after completing all the events. Next event was the Solar Eclipse, and by the end of it I have noticed that the drops started to despawn. So I briefly went and bought some Ceaseless Hunger potions. And I'm screwed, I had to redo the Frost Moon. So after Pumpkin Moon, I did just that. And after this exhausting and long process, it was time for the classical crafting session. So first, I made a Cosmic Anvil, and on it I made a Sarah's Possession, Devourer Small Whip, and the Hydra stuff, Cosmic Viper engine, Corvid Harbinger stuff, Elysian Tracers, Asgardian Aegis, Mirror of Calandra, or Calandra, I don't know. And after crafting this weapon I didn't have magic mirror, so I had to get to home with the pylon. And for another mirror I didn't have diamonds, so I have extractinated some sealed and made a new magic mirror. And last but definitely not least, I made a silver set with wings. And also I made a Fearmonger set, but it was like a tankier version of set to fight the Yharon. So I didn't use it, cause we ball. Then after some weapon testing, my favorites were the Saros possession, and that mirror thing, and Cosmic Viper engine as an honorable mention. Wow, it rhymed! And also I almost forgot to make a Nucleogenesis. And there it is. And the Amalgam. And I did some reforging too. Then I made a blessed Phoenix egg, found a suitable location to fight Yharon, used the egg, and marked arena edges. And by the way, this death doesn't count. And I started building an arena. Luckily I didn't have any sky islands above the arena. And there we have it, the perfect arena to fight Yharon. Then I grabbed some buffs, and this was my first attempt to fight Yharon. Bro, you overcooked it. And as you can see, I easily did it on first try. I'm feeling like this class is actually overpowered a bit. And after beating him, I farmed him a bit. Farmed Yharon? That doesn't even sound like a real thing. After farming him, I blessed his relic, and I opened all his bags. And I didn't get the Kindle stuff. Or so I thought. And after seeing that I actually got it, I bought another Yharon bag and got another Kindle stuff. But don't worry, there will be more moments when I've been stupid. Then I went to get some life fruits and mine some auric ore. It was crafting time. Again. First item is dragon fruit that I obviously instantly ate. Then the final wings/boots seraph tracers, midnight sun beacon, and the godlike auric Tesla armor. Then goes voltage regulation system, decryption of ice schematic, and auric soul artifact, because having 3 dragons is huge. And finally, auric quantum cooling cell. Then I built a rating computer and pressed the contact button. And on my first try, I was doing great. And even more surprisingly, my computer was doing great. So the lags is only the special thing for the Devourer of Gods, I guess. Before the second try, I grabbed my buffs and started the mechanical mayhem. and I managed to get out, almost safe and sound, from this battle. Then I placed the relic and opened the treasure box, and from the box I got Atlas Munitions Beacon, Drayton's Heart and the gaming chain mount. An Atlas Munitions Beacon that I got from the back spawned a minigun that I could pick up, kinda useless when I have whips. And this is where my silliness started to kick in. I wanted a weapon that was called RS Exoskeleton, so I started selling useless stuff to get enough money for more boxes. And when I bought and opened the Exo box, for some reason it dropped the same items that I got previously. Maybe it's a bug? Then I sold some Exo prisms and bought another box. And what a surprise! I got the same items again! Then I found a way to get more money. I just need to get some Exodium, since it's being sold for a very profitable price and it's fairly easy to mine. So I mined and sold it and bought another goddamn Exo box. Damn, why couldn't I just open the wiki page? Okay, I think it's time to explain what's going on. Well, Drayton allows you to choose who to beat first in the battle. And that's just because he let us to choose the comfortable exomech to fight first, right? Not really. You see, the exomech's drops actually depends on what exomech you beat last. And yeah, that's why Drayton is letting you to choose what exomech to fight first. And the chosen boss usually dies first. And in my very battle, I have chosen Ares. And guess who I need to kill last to get Ares Exoskeleton? You're right, it's goddamn Ares. That's why I don't get what I wanted. Anyways, back to the video. Because I thought it was a bug, I have tried to restart the game. But that, as we know, obviously didn't work. So I just gave up on it and decided to craft some things. And first I made a Drayton's Forge, and out of it and Material Transmutator, I made a Material Transmutator Mark II, the final crafting station of Calamity mode. Actually Alchemist NPC mod, but who cares, right? And when I tried to make auric bars for the Miracle Mother, I have found out that Material Transmutator MK2 doesn't actually have Cosmic Anvil in its crafting pool, so I had to make another one. And after crafting more auric bars, I made a Miracle Mother. And then I went to the Operator NPC to buy some polterghast bags, since I needed an Ethereal subjugator for the recipe. Then I headed to the Abyss to kill these giant calamaris, to get the stuff from them. And when I had all the materials, I crafted a Cosmic Immaterializer, which spawned this high damage rainbow thing. And I tested it on exomechs, and I was hoping to get RS Exoskeleton, but I have killed exomechs in the same order. I won't say anything. Well, at least I didn't waste any more money for the boxes. Then I headed to the Brimstone Crack biome to mine some Brimstone slag, and from it I made the Altar of the Accursed, and interacted with it on my Yharon arena. And I got to the phase when he spawned her brothers. The one was Slim Guy, and the other one was skipping leg days. Moral of the story, don't skip leg days. Then I got some further, and died at the Sepulture phase. Very promising for the first attempt, isn't it? Then I got my buffs, and watch this. And that's how the Supreme Brimstone Witch, Calamitas, a faithful follower of Yharon, has fallen on her knees in front of me. This is officially the finale of this playthrough, and you may go if you are not interested in the post-Calamitas stuff. But I have never been in post-Calamitas, and I'm excited to see the post-Calamitas stuff. And if you're too, let's see what will go on. So I opened the treasure coffer, and from it I got Ashes of Annihilation, Vigilance, and this cursor thing. Vigilance was spawning these Supreme Soul Seekers to fight for me, and they were making these goofy sounds. And guess what? It was time to do another crafting session. So the main crafting component after defeating Supreme Calamitas Witch is the Shadow Spec bar, and it will figure in almost all post-Calamitas crafts. First I made a Proxima Centauri whip, the final whip of unofficial Calamity whips mod, and it was slow as hell, but in exchange it had massive damage and was able to shoot these planets. Next I crafted Crystal Pickaxe, which had a lot of range and was excavating everything on its path. And also after defeating Calamitas, she has turned it into Minecraft enchanting table, so I have enchanted my whip with a Bloodthirsty enchantment. Then I got myself a Demon Shade armor, the final best OP goat armor of Calamity mod, which was giving some insane boost for my DPS. 100% increased summon damage and plus 10 max minions. That's only the set bonus. Just look at how Providence melts with my current gear. Then I made Endogenesis and a Profane Soul Crystal, but I was ready to delve into the essence of this accessory, because I didn't want to think about whatsoever after defeating Calamitas, so I didn't really use it. And Endogenesis was simply summoning this Angry Ice Star, and then I melted through the acid rain to kill Mauler, because that was the last missing relic. And look at my Hall of Fame now. It contains almost every relic of the game. Why almost? Because there is no Tearclops and Old One army relics. But let's be honest, who cares about them? In my humble opinion, you can't judge me now. Then I made a Temporal Umbrella, and it acted pretty much similar to the Calandra's Mirror, and also spawned this head above me. And Brimstone Witch Calamitas NPC doesn't just enchant the items, it can also exhume some items, and I do have two of them, which are the Community and Staff of Macworm, and I have turned them into the Shattered Community and Metastasis accordingly. And if you wanna know what the Shattered Community does, just go to the wiki page, I'm not reading this whole essay. And Metastasis summons a Sepulcher to fight for me, and that's the biggest minion I have seen so far in whole Terraria modded community. And now, when I have such an overpowered gear, I went to the bottom of Abyss to get the Terminus, and when I got it, I used it on my Yharon arena. This dialogue is long AF, why can't you just skip it? I was doing great during the whole boss rush. Up until it was time to fight the Supreme Calamitas, and I didn't last for long. But the objective to explore the post-Calamitas is done, and I think it's time to wrap up with this playthrough. It's time for me to make a conclusion. So what are my thoughts on this class? Well, it felt like a bit better than the other classes during the entire playthrough, starting at the Desert Scourge and ending at Supreme Calamitas. But it was fun nonetheless, and I really recommend you to play this class. And you better do this with unofficial Calamity Whips mod as well, since it's well designed and balanced mod, cause it adds a crucial missing part in Calamity mod. And that's pretty much it. Consider pressing the like button and subscribing, and see you in the next playthrough. What's this shit? Oh man, are you serious right now?